Michigan Stadium. It's the Cal Golden Bears and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Golden Bears offense will have the ball first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Tagovailoa from the gun on third down. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Fires complete on the crosser. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Golden Bears, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Jaron Keave-Songopolitelli. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
He's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The Wolverines offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Bryce Underwood. Tough day in that last loss. Threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. They're backed up. First and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over was spectacular. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Zonga Povatelli on the play action. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Cal! They put the first points on the board.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Play fake, Underwood. Finds his man, it's Hansen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Now the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes a catch. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. Got a man, it's Marshall. What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Gets the back moving. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Underwood. Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking down the middle, and he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Now here's Jaron Kiabe Songopovatelli. A strike downfield. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Golden Bears want to move quickly.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Got it set up on the outside. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now facing a 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college,
might have a chance. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Wolverines have this offense rolling. On the ground, it's Marshall. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Underwood on the play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Throwing. Underwood. Finds his man. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Marshall. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Throwing, Sangapolatelli. Here's the pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Goes to the option. Sweet cut there. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get them isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. JKS just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got the back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. From the gun on third down, Sangapolitelli. Complete out of the backfield. Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. Cal uses its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go right back to him. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Play action with Underwood. Throws to the wideout. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
It'll be third and long. Handoff to the single running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Got the quick completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Sangapolitelli. Got his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Sangapolitelli from the gun on third down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Golden Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Play fake, Underwood. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Complete to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Might be calling a hot route. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to pound their way in. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now they take the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. So first down will open up the final period. Rides the option, he keeps it.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. I send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Songo Bolatelli. Finds his tight end. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line up.
They've got a 1st down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab on the left.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Jaron Kiave Songo Bolatelli got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Golden Bears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Songo Bolatelli. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Cal! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
That ball hit him right in a bad spot, right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that one.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Underwood. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. 4th down, and a field goal's not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Quarterback takes a knee.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.